Our wedding photographer called us with a voicemail that said, "There's something on the memory card you both need to see. I wish I didn't have to send this." 3 weeks after our ceremony, Jake and I finally sat down to view our wedding photos. We made popcorn, poured champagne, and got ready to remember our beautiful day. I inserted the SD card into my laptop. A folder appeared. Thompson Wedding Full Collection. "Let's do this," Jake said, pulling me close. The slideshow began with getting ready photos. My makeup application, Jake adjusting his tie, Sarah, my sister and matron of honor, helping me into my dress. The first look, the ceremony, it was all picture perfect. Then the screen faded to black. White text appeared. "I need to share something that was photographed early this morning. I'm truly sorry." My backup camera was set to motion activate during venue prep and captured this sequence. I struggled with whether to include these images, but honesty matters. These were taken at 6:45 a.m. on your wedding morning. I glanced at Jake. "What's happening?" "No idea. Probably caught someone doing something embarrassing." The text disappeared. A new photo loaded. Country club parking lot. Timestamp, 6:45 a.m. My stomach dropped before my brain understood why. The parking lot materialized on screen, empty except for 3 cars. Just an expanse of asphalt with morning shadows and the clubhouse in the background. "What are we supposed to be seeing?" Jake asked. I shook my head, unable to speak. The camera had been positioned near the entrance. Motion activated, waiting. Then the next photo loaded. A car door opening. 2 people getting out of the same vehicle. A silver sedan I recognized instantly. They were standing too close. A man and a woman. The woman was adjusting her hair. The man had his hand on her lower back. They weren't close enough to identify yet. "Is that?" I clicked to the next image. The man had turned the woman toward him, both hands on her waist. The next photo showed them in an embrace. Not casual, intimate. I stopped the slideshow, staring at the frozen moment. "This can't be right." My voice didn't sound like mine. "Probably just early guests," Jake said. His tone was off, forced casual. At 6:45, before anyone else arrived, but my throat was closing. As I clicked to the next photo, the popcorn went untouched. The champagne had lost its bubbles. The sequence continued. They separated slightly. Took a few steps toward the clubhouse. The woman's profile became visible. Blonde hair in soft curls. The cream-colored jacket she'd worn to my bridal shower. The one I'd complimented her on. Everything inside me went cold. "That's Sarah." Jake said nothing. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. I scrolled backward through the photos, desperate to be wrong, willing myself to see something else, but it was unmistakably her. The way she stood, the tilt of her chin, those mannerisms I'd known my entire life. Why is Sarah arriving with someone at 6:45 in the morning on my wedding day? My voice cracked. Jake's silence made the room shrink. I clicked forward. The next image showed the man's face in partial profile. Sandy hair, the navy blazer I'd seen hanging in our closet the week before, the cufflinks that were a gift from his grandfather. My husband, on our wedding morning, 2 hours before I'd see him at the altar, holding my sister in a parking lot like she was his entire world. I closed the laptop, stood, walked toward the door. "Wait, where are you going?" Jake was on his feet. "Away from you. Please, just let me explain." I whirled around. "Explain what exactly?" "That you held my sister like that hours before promising to love only me. That you stood at that altar thinking about her." "It's not what you think." "Then what is it?" He had no answer. My phone vibrated. Unknown caller. A text message. "There are more photos. Check the folder marked ceremony close-ups." My hands trembled. I grabbed the laptop again. Opened the SD card. Multiple folders. I'd only looked at the main slideshow. The new folder was labeled Detail Shots High Resolution. I opened it. To ceremony from multiple angles. My walk down the aisle. Our exchange of rings. Then a photo during our vows, shot from the side of the altar. It captured Sarah standing beside me. I thought she was crying tears of joy, but zooming in on the high-resolution image, her expression was different. Her eyes were closed. Her lips were moving, forming words. I opened the next image in the sequence, taken seconds later. Her mouth was clearly visible. I could read what she was saying. "Forgive me." She was asking for forgiveness. During my wedding vows, to the man she'd been with that morning. The photos continued. The kiss, the celebration, everyone cheering, the recessional. As Jake and I walked back up the aisle, one photo caught Sarah and Jake's brother, his best man, walking behind us. Marcus was leaning toward her, his mouth near her ear. I zoomed in on the next shot. You could see Sarah's lips moving in response. I pulled up the raw image file, enhanced it, read her lips frame by frame. "He ended it yesterday. This is harder than I thought." Marcus's expression in the next photo was sympathetic, knowing, "Just get through today, then you can both move on." Jake's brother knew. They both knew. My own sister and his brother knew that I was marrying someone who loved someone else. That whatever had been happening between Jake and Sarah had just ended the day before our wedding. I filed for annulment that Monday morning, and when Jake showed up asking if we could please just talk, I sent him the parking lot photos and the image of Sarah mouthing, "Forgive me," during our vows. Some betrayals don't deserve conversation. They deserve distance, silence, and the truth in high-resolution photos, time-stamped and undeniable.